What's up, Johnny?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on your bye week. I'm sure you have better things to do, but appreciate you, man. It's been a while since we've been able to catch up. If you don't know the Johnny Hodges story, he transferred in 2022 from Navy, blossomed into the Defensive Newcomer of the Year in the Big 12 that season as the Frogs played a lot of extra football. He was hurt last year and limited to 4 games, but he's now on the October Comeback Player of the Year lists for cross college football. He's leading TCU in tackles so far this season. So, Johnny, how the hell are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thanks for the intro, and I'm glad to be here. Of course.
Yeah. So, what's the vibe been like since the game Friday night?
It was nice that we've been able to get some time off. We had last weekend to kind of reflect. I'd start off by saying no one's really happy. We know we kind of laid an egg, and definitely has been a great vibe. But people are ready to get back to work and work hard, and kind of rewrite the train, get the
So,
train back
so
on the.
yeah, a bye week. What's the schedule like?
So we're practicing pretty hard. We're trying to get things figured out, things fixed, but we had the weekend off, and then we had
Okay.
some heavy lifting week in practice. So we're going to practice, have Saturday off, and get ready for Utah starting Sunday. But right now it's about us and figuring out stuff about us. So
Yeah. After the Houston game, Namdi came in and talked about missed tackles. How do you fix missed tackles in practice?
just doing our drills, working on the shoot, working on pads, and then we have an opportunity to go and really thud real well against some good players on our offense this week. Since we don't have a game, so we have a chance to go thud somebody up, really work on it, get on the perimeter where it's hard, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess you want to be physical in practice. You have to be physical, but at the same time, it seems like there'd be a balance there where you don't want to bang up your best players. How do you toe that line? Is it? I know quarterbacks wear the red jerseys, but linebackers sure as hell don't. So
If
how
you're
do you
not,
hit in practice?
um, I mean, this is kind of what you signed up for. If you're playing a position that likes to bang, you gotta like to bang, right? So, but our coaches are doing a really good job limiting reps. We're getting a lot of good looks and good reps, but at the same time, they're not overkilling us. So that's what it really comes down to. The bye week, you do have a good chance to kind of refresh and recharge, but you also have a really good chance to kind of get physical and work on things you need to work on. And we have a lot of stuff we got to work on, and tackling's one of them. So our coach is doing a really good job with the reps and what plays we're getting, and they're not going to give us just tight end insert and have me go smack the tight end 30 times in a practice. That's not going to happen. I might get
Yeah.
one look at that, but I get a bunch of, um, you know, pass plays, counterfeits, stuff that might not be as physical for me to hit. So basically
Okay.
just, yeah.
All right. How tough was last year? I mean, you I know how much you love to play and how gritty you are, and damn it, you couldn't play because you had injury. Is that how gut wrenching is that?
Yeah, it was definitely tough. It wasn't a fun time, but I'm really glad I went through it. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your needs outside of football in terms of your mental. So I'm really glad I went through it. Had to cut some people and some distractions out of my life, and figure out what I really wanted to do in terms of like the football thing and what I like to do outside of football. And then just attacked my rehab. Had a chance to get healthy and fix things that were hurt for a while. So definitely sucked. Definitely stuff watching and not being able to contribute and help at all. But really happy I went through it, and I'm glad I went through it.
You mentioned cutting stuff out. When I tweeted out the link to this podcast, I tagged you on Twitter, and you hadn't tweeted in like more than a year. So did you try to cut out some noise in your life?
Yeah. I try to stay off social media the best of my ability. Unfortunately, I love getting on the Instagram Reels. It has me. But I try my best to stay off and kind of get away from noise, stuff that kind of would boost my ego or hurt my ego. And you know, I'm just a regular guy. I go
Yeah.
out, do the best I can. I don't need to be worried about what other people are thinking about me or hoping certain things and this and that and about my team. So I've definitely tried to limit myself on social media.
All right. What Andy Avalos, new defensive coordinator, you're 6 games in. Um, Still some things being worked out or in the system. How would you do you like it? And then B, how streamlined are things right now?
Yes, I like our defense. I like playing in a forward down defense, having an extra hat in front of me to help with the run and get pressure on the quarterback. And things right now they're difficult. Obviously, we're not doing what we want to do. Like we're letting up points against teams that we shouldn't be letting up points against, and making busts, and it's not fun. But believe in him. I believe in our defense, and we're going to get it figured out. It's just you got some new guys playing new positions, and we all really just have to hit our notebooks, our playbooks, the film room, make sure we know what to do on every single play, do every single play to the best of our ability. Like we have to play with tenacious effort. All that stuff, as cliche as it sounds, but I do like the defense, and I think the biggest thing is just focusing on us. Like first starting with yourself. What do I have to do to get better? What do I have to do to know things better? And then kind of just trickles down to everyone else on the defense and then the team and so on and so forth. So we just got to get our nose in the playbook and keep studying.
So it seems like the bye week might be hitting at a right time
Yes,
to
definitely.
to clean things up, I guess, as you're saying.
Yeah,
Is it possible to do that in time for the Utah game?
without a doubt. Without a doubt. And it's going to happen. I know it.
What? So you said hitting the books, hitting the playbook, film review. How much are you guys? Do you? I mean, I guess you watch it every day, but you can't beat yourself up over it, or can you? You got to learn from it.
Yeah, you got to learn from it. And the good thing about football is it rewards those who work hard. So if you're messing something up over and over again, not fitting the right gap on a certain run, or keep missing a certain coverage scheme, a third or a quarter, you know, if you fix it, like you're going to be rewarded. And the best way to fix it is put your nose in the notebook, put your nose in the film room, see what other teams like to run. And the other good thing about football is it's very short term memory. Like the only thing that anyone cares about is the next game. So, yeah, bye
Yeah,
week's hitting at a right time. We got some stuff we got to work on, and I'm excited for the defense. And I think Avalos is a phenomenal defensive coordinator, and we have a good scheme.
great. 8:30 kickoff local time in Salt Lake. How are you guys gonna fill that day? Good night. Seems like a tough road there.
Game days are always a kind of a crazy day. You're just for me, I'm very anxious and I'm ready to go. But I'm really excited to be playing at Utah at night. I've heard it's just incredible atmosphere as soon as the sun goes down and crazy things happen. And then just from a TCU standpoint, I remember seeing so many highlights of so many games of us playing up there in the early 2000s and with Andy Dalton and those guys. So I'm excited to kind of, get this rivalry going. There's only been big games when we've played there, and I'm expecting nothing less. So in
Yeah,
terms of feeling today, like who cares? Like I'm just excited to play there and play them. It's going to be a fun time. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
yeah. No, it's having been there myself. It's the stadium. There's a lot of history in the stadium because it was built for the 2004 Olympics, the Salt Lake City Winter Games. They turned it into the football stadium. It's on the top of a hill. If you look west, it's beautiful. I don't know if you'll have time to do that to take in the scenery, but
Of course.
it's very very nice. Speaking of beautiful, do you make it back to Maryland very much?
I wish I haven't been home in a long time, and I miss it. Like especially this time of year up there, it's so gorgeous with the weather changing and the trees and the grass dying, and I miss it. I definitely miss the seasons, but no, I haven't been home. I didn't go home last year because I had surgeries over winter break. Probably it's been 2 years, a year and a half
Really?
since I've. Yeah,
Oh
it's been a long time, but
man. Well, you got to get back. Do you fly into
oh,
Dulles? Is that where you fly into? Where do you?
from here I usually fly into BWI.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, Baltimore. All right.
where Southwest lands. But either Dulles, Reagan, or BWI, one of those three at all times. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess you missed the DC traffic. I guess and I've been caught in that before. It ain't pretty. You ever touch your lacrosse gear anymore?
No, not too people ask me that all the time if I ever pick up the lacrosse stick and stuff, and I don't even have one here. They're all at home, or I've given away to kids in the neighborhood or
Yeah.
going out. Or I'll ship them out. But no, I've not touched a lacrosse stick in a long time. I don't really have the time for it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, you were a 4-year letter winner in high school in lacrosse. I mean, it's a physical sport too. I mean, it's not football physical, but
lacrosse, I was bigger than just about everyone, so that was also nice too.
Yeah, I remember watching a documentary on Jim Brown, the great NFL running back, and Dick Schaap, who was an old-time sports writer. He said that the best lacrosse player he's ever seen was Jim Brown, because Jim Brown played lacrosse at Syracuse in addition to football. I mean, you gotta be tough. You gotta be special to do that. I mean, that's and it ain't easy catching a ball with a damn net. Good night.
It challenges your athleticism, obviously, just change of direction and stuff. But then you also have to be able to shoot on the run and catch with the hand-eye coordination. It's a really fun sport. And I wish it was bigger in Texas, because they've had so many people that'd be so good at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you made the right choice, though, with football. You're doing great. Do you still, after this year with the COVID year, do you still have another year?
Technically, I do. I don't know what the future has in store for me or what I'm planning on doing for a year.
Well, Fort Worth's not bad. I'll tell you that much. I went to TCU from 93 to 97 and never went home to Colorado. So I kind of feel you there. I mean, I visit obviously now, but not a bad place to be. So Johnny, good luck in the second half of the season. Look forward to seeing you guys Saturday in Salt Lake City, but also the rest of the season. As a Frog fan, it's time to win some games and get to a bowl game. As a Johnny Hodges fan, stay healthy and keep kicking ass.
Will do. Thank you for having me.
We all silly like the mayor.